Hey everyone, it's been a while. Over the holidays, me and my family, we got really sick, and on top of that, the hard drive that I was using to record and play my games on died. Unfortunately, that means the series lost with it too. The good news is that we're all feeling better, and I've got a new hard drive installed and finally ready to get back at it. So, today, we're starting a brand new series. Fresh start, fresh idea, clean slate. Thank you all for being patient and sticking around. Now, let's get into this. Alright, this is Gagetown, Michigan. What you're looking at here is a farm that was basically shut down. The land is still here and some equipment is still here, but financially, this place was done. The bank stepped in and gave us one last chance. $1 million loan to turn this farm around and prove it can be profitable once again. Right now, we've got about $25,000 cash, one field, about 146 acres, and equipment that needs work. This isn't about expanding fast, it's not about flashing machinery, it's about making smart decisions, fixing what we have, and earning every upgrade. If we can't make this farm work, then the chance disappears. No shortcuts, no easy money, just a farm that has to survive. Welcome to One Last Chance. So in here, it looks like we got a bit of equipment. I did have this harvester delivered. And it looks like they got an old case. And we got a seeder here, got a couple of small tractors, and a header. So it looks like this could be an interesting first year. I'm hoping those tractors have enough horsepower to pull that. Oh, well, there's 3 of them. Probably something to work out. So, with everything that we have here, and the big field that we have, it looks like we got liquid fertilizer and seed containers. We probably can get some stuff delivered in the future. And here's the soybean field. It's massive. Maybe the first harvest we could actually start having some money in the bank and looking better at things. But anyways, might as well get to work. Let's get everything set up, and I'll be right back with you guys. So, first thing we're going to do is, since the soybeans are ready to harvest, there's no time to waste. Let's get in and get this harvested. Alright, while we're working through this field, I wanted to talk to you about something that might surprise a few people. We're not going all in on grass production right now. Not because it won't work, but because where the farm is at. With the debt we're carrying and only one field to manage, tying up land and time in feed crops just doesn't make sense yet. Instead, we're going to buy locally. Around here, that's normal. A lot of the farms don't grow everything, especially when they're trying to get back on the feed. Buying feed helps keep money in the community, supports local dealers, and honestly, it gives us a chance to know people. And that's where the co-op comes in. I want to start working with them, build a relationship, and see if we can make deals that work for both sides. Better pricing, reliable supply, maybe even long-term support. That's part of rebuilding this farm too. Not just fields and equipment, but connection. Long term, yeah, We may grow more of our own feed, but right now, the farm needs to be flexible. No more pressure. So the plan is going to stay simple. We harvest, we sell crops, we buy feed if we need it. We focus on getting this operation stable and profitable. Because this farm doesn't fall from one bad decision. It fails from too many rush ones. And we ain't rushing any of them. Alright, so it's October now. Last month, we sold a truckload of soybean at the farmer's market. That covered the loan payment and kept us on track. That was important. Now this month, we need to sell the rest of it. We need to make sure the numbers stay moving forward in the right direction. At the same time, the field needs attending. Once this crop is off now, we got to get to work. The field needs to be prepped and planted again. This field is still carrying the farm, so it can't lay idle. There's also work to do around the yard. This place doesn't need to be fancy, but it does need to look cared for. Cleaning things up, organizing equipment, mowing the lawn, everything like that. Making this yard functional is part of getting this farm back on its feet. Beyond the field work, October is also going to be about planning ahead. We need to meet with the local co-op, talk about feed prices, and see what kind of deals we can make for when the animals start coming in. We also need to start looking at more land. Nothing rushed or reckless, just see what's out there. See what this farm realistically could grow into. And finally, it's time to seriously look at dairy cows. Milk is going to be a key part of making this farm profitable again. Not huge numbers, not all at once. But right now, we need to start looking. So October's going to be a busy month. Sell the crops, reset the field, fix the yard, build relationships, and start setting up the next phase of this farm. So, let's get selling this soybean. We'll take it down to the farmer's market now, and then we'll go down and talk to the guys at the co-op. So, we'll see how much money we make off this. Looks like it could be a good haul though, because we did end up getting quite a bit. Off one truckload, we ended up getting a little over 200,000. So the soybean will be good. And on top of it, we also have to get this field, this yard cleaned up. So that'll be another project, but let's get working. So let's just take a peek. Let's see how much we got here. So let's see what we got sitting here. So we have about 500,000 liters off that field, which is actually pretty incredible. So we'll get this done and sold off, and then we'll be right back with you guys. Alright, we just sold our first crop. $2.1 million. This is huge for this farm. That's the kind of money that can change everything. But before we spend a single dollar, before we start buying land, equipment, animals, all that, there's one thing I need to do first. I want to sit down with Mike Thompson, the owner of the local co-op. In a small town like this, the co-op owner knows way more than anybody else. They have seen what farms have tried, they've seen what's failed, and they have also seen what actually works long term. This kind of knowledge is worth every dollar. There's no point of rushing into upgrades and all that. This farm got one last chance. I'm not going to waste it by guessing. So the plan is simple. We're going to go sit down and set up a meeting with Mike. Get to know him a bit. Pick his brain. Talk about feed options. Talk about animals. Talk about land. And most importantly, get a feel for what makes sense here and what doesn't. Because before we decide what this farm does next, I want to understand what people have done for years around here. What would be a good place to start, and what has failed and what has succeeded. Once this conversation happens, we can then make moves. Smart moves. Big money doesn't fix the farm. Good decisions do. And this is where those start. So, I'm going to go ahead and make a call, talk to Mike, see if I can set up a meeting. I was talking to the guy down at the local farmer's market who actually hooked me up with his phone number. So, gonna go do that, and I'll be right back with you guys. Alright, just got off the phone with Mike. He's down at the co-op right now. He says I can stop in and see him. And honestly, this could be huge. Not in a flashy way or in an overnight success way, but in a make or break way. In a small town like this, the co-op owner sees everything. He knows which farms survived. He knows which ones expanded too fast. He even knows which ones didn't make it. That kind of insight, you can't buy. This farm has already came close to dying once. You've got money in the bank now, but money disappears fast if you make the wrong moves. So, this meeting isn't about asking for handouts. It's about listening, learning what works here and what doesn't, and what mistakes not to repeat. If we get this right, this farm has a future. If we get it wrong, it won't matter how much money we made on our last harvest. So, let's head down to the co-op, sit down with Mike, and see what the next chapter of this farm should actually look like. Because this conversation might be the difference between this farm surviving or becoming something much, much bigger. Just got back from the co-op, and honestly, it was a great conversation. Mike and I had some laughs, but most importantly, we talked about the farm and why it struggled and what it's going to take to make this work. He's been around here a long time, and he has seen a lot of farms come and go. One of the big things he explained is why this place was falling apart in the first place. We talked about soybeans. Yes, they can be profitable, but once the market gets flooded, prices can drop. That's exactly what happened here. The last owner kept doing their own thing, ignoring advice, and chasing what worked once instead of adapting. And, well, we all know that doesn't work long term. I made it clear to Mike that I'm not here to repeat these mistakes and that I'm here to stay. I want to work with the community, not against it. If the farm grows, I want the town to grow with it. He also mentioned something important. There's a lot of people in town looking for work right now. And honestly, I'm more than happy to have people come and help out on the farm. It helps me and it helps the community. That's how this place survives. We also talked about land. He let me know that there's a few places up for sale, including one right now across the street. He even gave me the realtor's number, so we can see if something can make sense. Not rushing it, just gonna look around, see what kind of opportunities are there right now. Then he asked about equipment. Specifically, he asked if I had those 2 old case tractors still. I told him the truth. Yeah, they work for now. But long term, we're going to need something better. And if this farm's going to grow, we're going to need something that's going to be a little bit more power with it. And this is where things got interesting. The co-op is selling a tractor and a sprayer. Mike offered me a deal on them, and honestly, it makes sense. The plan would be to sell one of the older tractors I have and step into something a little bit more reliable. Nothing flashy or oversized, just something a little bit better. The last thing we talked about really hit home. The old dairy farm here closed a few months ago. Because of that, the town's been buying their meat and their milk from a couple towns over. Prices have gone up, and that's not something we want. This community needs local food again, so dairy and beef are going to come sooner rather than later. Not rushed, not massive, but built the right way. A way that helps the farm and helps this town. Walking out of that meeting, it finally feels like the farm isn't just in survival mode anymore. It feels like it has a direction. This really does feel like the start of a great future for this farm. We're going to go check on that tractor. I'm going to clean it up a bit and kind of see what the value is. See if what makes sense. And then we're going to go pick up that other tractor and sprayer because we're going to need the sprayer for the yards. So we got this one here. So we're going to sell this one. I might sell two and see if I can pick up another one on sale. So I'm going to go see what's also available. But there it is. That's what I'm looking for. So I'm going to get this cleaned up and I'm going to go and pick up a trailer from the co-op. They said I could use it to bring the tractors over. So I'm going to borrow it. And I'm going to go and see if I can maybe make a deal and drop these tractors off too. Sell them. And pick up the other tractor and the sprayer while I'm there. So we'll see you guys here in a few minutes.
Whispers of lovers wrapped tight in a scene, a tapestry woven from red-hot dreams. Dancing shadows glow beneath the moon's light, feeling that rhythm.
I'm going to go in the house. I'm going to check, see if I can see anybody wanting any tractors or something. And then we'll go pick up the trailer if I can find somebody. Be right back. We found a buyer for the two tractors we're not really using right now. He's willing to give us about 164 and change for them. And honestly, that makes sense. They work fine, but we don't need two tractors sitting around when one stronger one would do the job better. At the same time, the co-op has a tractor and sprayer package available. He offered me about $400,000 for them. It's not a small purchase, but for what we're doing here, it's worth it. More power, more reliability, and equipment that actually fits where this farm is heading. I'd rather have one machine that can handle the workload than two machines that are barely getting by. So the plan is pretty straightforward. We're going to head over to the co-op, grab the trailer, and deliver the tractors to their new owners. Once that's done, we're going to move forward with the upgrade. This isn't about buying shiny new equipment. It's about efficiency. Less clutter in the yard, less maintenance, and a setup that makes day-to-day work easier. All right, let's go grab the trailer and make the delivery.
The clock strikes 12, the whistle moans.
Apparently the property's out over there. So I'm wondering if it's that bigger one out there. So that's the other thing we gotta check out. See if we can expand the land here. It's always good. I wouldn't mind doing maybe some barley or something. Maybe oat. Okay. And let's get these loaded up and head over.
No. The rails hum low, they know the way to where my past and future fray. On the last train home, where the shadows roam, where the wheels sing songs of the long.
Alright, so she has picked up the money for the tractors and dropped them off. Look good there. And now I'm going to go over and talk to Mike and get everything kind of squared away and pick up the tractor and the sprayer, get that over to the farm. and then kind of start looking at what we can do over there. You gotta clean up the farm and everything. So, let's get that done.
The city hums with a violet glow. Footsteps echo where the shadows grow.
Okay, I'm gonna go in and speak to Mike and make the deal happen. And I'll be right back with you guys. All right, there we go. 400,000 done deal. These 2 pieces of equipment are ours. So, let's go load them up. Get them back to the farm. This is going to be epic. Well, I guess I'm going to have to get herbicide too. So, I'm going to get all these loaded up, and I'll meet you guys back at the farm.
Out at the campsite, the night's just begun. Tents all set up, we're ready for some fun. The barbecue sizzling, the scent fills the air. With friends all around, there's music everywhere. It's barbecue by the fire, good times never end. Laughter and friendship together.
Well, she is a beaut. And let's take a look. 125 hours. So she needs some gas and a little bit of normal maintenance, but I'm fine with that. Let's go drop the tractor, the trailer off, and pick up our sprayer. Hey, so I just spoke with Mike, and he's going to come out to the farm anyway, so he said he was drop off the sprayer. So now I could just go and drop the trailer off for him and head back to the farm. So I'll meet you guys back at the farm. Okay, so we got the sprayer here. Let's take a look at her. Well, so this is 85 hours on it. Not too bad. I don't think I have enough room in the shed. Okay, so next thing we have to do now is clean up the yard. So I'm going to pop up in the sky and clean up the yard. Kind of stand over here, I guess.
The sun sets slow over fields of gold, on the back roads where the stories unfold. Old pickup trucks, the dust in the breeze, rolling through life as free as you please. Back roads and bar stools, that's where I'll be, with a cold one in hand and my old guitar, you see, singing about love and hard-working hands, living the dream in this hard land. There's a girl back home with a sweet...
Okay, well, there we go. Looks a lot nicer. And now what we're going to do is I'm going to actually see if I can call a logging company maybe in and maybe make a deal to get rid of all these trees. Have them all cut down and maybe, you know, see if I can make some money just to kind of open it up a bit. I'm not too sure though, because I do have access points all over the place. So, now this is a lot better spot to load and unload my equipment. So, I am going to now go make a call. I got to get some seed and fertilizer delivered. So we'll get that and we'll get it into the silos and then I'll be right back. So I got a guy out there working. He's going to be about another hour or so. So I think what we'll do is we're going to take the truck Actually, I'm going to go call the realtor, see if I can go look at this property. Give me a sec. I'll be right back. Okay. Well, I got the phone with the realtor. He kind of gave me a little bit of information. The field is just up over these power lines here. So let's go take a look. Right now there is barley growing on it, which is good. That's kind of right up our alley, what we need. So I'm going to go take a look, see how much the land, if we can work with the land or not. So I'm assuming it's right here. Yeah, this is barley. So actually, let's take a look. Next month, it'll be ready to harvest, which is good to know. So, not a bad field. Seems I'll have to check to see its health and all that, but I think that might be pretty good. So, because I don't know what we're going to get off the soybean field next harvest, because now that it's saturated, like we dumped like 500,000 liters into the economy. I'm assuming next time it's not going to be that much. So I heed his warning when he said that, soybeans will drop in price by the next season. So, and I don't know how long that lasts for, but I would like to say get that planted and get barley, which is pretty good. Because we can do maybe chickens and beef, at least get some food. I don't know who's doing chicken around. We'd have to maybe find that out. But for now, I think our best bet would be to go talk to the realtor and see if we can maybe make a deal on that land. So actually, you know what? Let's drive down to the realtor and see if we can make a deal on that land. We have to still be cautious of how much money, because 7 months of growing, the 7-8 months for the soybeans to come back, it's still, we're still going to have our loan payment and any other costs. So apparently the realtor's around back. They have an office back here, I heard. So I'm going to go in and talk to the realtor and see if I can strike a deal here. There you go. $375,800. We own that land. Next month it is going to be ready in November to harvest it. So we are good there. So I think now that we're a little bit better off with property, what I'm going to do now is fix up the line. We do need, so we do own this chunk. So first I want to harvest it. So, we got this field going here. I'm going to see what we can do with the property and fix up. I'm going to maybe go call the loggers and just kind of see if they maybe want to come and do some work, get rid of some of these trees around the property, open it up, because I'm going to need all the room I got if I'm going to be putting stuff here. So I will be back with you guys. Okay, so the loggers came in and moved it. We made $64,000 off selling all the wood that was on our property. I made the loggers a deal. It was like a 60-40 split. They do all the work. They get 60%, I get 40 after. So I just wanted a little bit of the money back, but made it quite nice in here. It's really opened up the property. So this is beautiful now. Now we're just gonna get the cedar ready and get it out planting, and then we should be good. So I'll be back with you guys. Now, let's get this thing going because it's gonna take 7 months. So I'm hoping this big boy is gonna be powerful enough. Let's get this going. Let's get this all laid out, and then I'll be back with you guys.
It's pumping like a bassline groove. Every shadow dances, you can't help but move. Feel that fire in your soul ignite. The stars are shining brighter than tonight. In this desert heat where passions roar, we're turning up the volume, let's explore. Light up the night, a burning flame. Vegas is calling and knows our names. We're love on fire and dreams so wide. Let's paint this town with hearts open wide. Cards are shuffling, fortunes in play. Electric vibes pull us further away. Whispers of lovers wrapped tight in a scene.
Okay, so we got the field getting rolled. We got it all seeded. I think we have accomplished everything we need to accomplish this month. So we just need the seeding done, which should be done anytime. And then that'll be it. Okay, so, well, let's upgrade this farm and make it feel a little bit more like home. So I'm going to hop in the air and do some upgrades. Okay, so I was able to figure out how to get rid of this house and barn and actually put a normal house in my truck. I just don't know if any of this works. Oh, it does. Let's go take a tour of the new house. Oh, this is really, really nice. There's no upstairs, but it's fine. Yep, we got a bedroom, bathroom, and another bedroom. Perfect. I like this, is nice. There you go, and now we've opened up way more space in case we need something. Okay, guys, so here we go. Everything's put away. It looks very nice now. Okay, 8 a.m. loan came out, and all our payments to pay for our employees, guys that have helped out, which is great. Bright and early, let's go hop in the truck and drive over and check the new land and see if that's ready for harvest yet. Ooh, she's a foggy one this morning. Ooh.
With love on fire and dreams so wide. Let's paint this town with hearts that
So, she looks like she's ready to harvest. Okay. Let's go over now. We're going to bring the harvester over, which if we're going to be doing bigger fields, I think after we start making a little bit more money, we are going to upgrade that to a bit bigger of a harvester. Just the capacity, I think. Let's get parked up here, and I'll be right back with you guys after I get over there with the harvester.
Cause I'm a ridge runner, wild by design. Got the wind at my back and the sun on my mind. Yeah, the stone in my bones and the dirt in my lungs made me run a little harder than where I come from. If the world starts breaking, I'll just break into wonder. Ain't nothing holds me still. I'm a ridge runner.
Alright, we're going to leave it here for now. The new equipment is up and running, the yard finally feels like it's a home again, and we've picked up a second field, and the harvesting is finished. That's a lot of progress in a short amount of time. But the real decisions come after the harvest. Next episode, we'll be selling the barley, looking at another tractor upgrade, and finally bringing dairy cows onto the farm. And that's when the operation really starts to change. For now, the work is done. We'll pick it back up right here in the next one.
our names, with love on fire and dreams so wide. Let's paint this town with hearts open wide. Burning love everywhere we roam. Underneath these stars we found our home. Sparks fly high while we chase that thrill. In Vegas nights we'll never stay still. Light up the night of a burning flame. Viva Las Vegas, will never be tamed. With love on fire, our spirits high. In this crazy dreamland, it's do or die. Hey now, hey now, hey now. Love's on fire, hey now, hey now. Let's light it up tonight, hey now, hey. It's barbecue by the fire, good times never end. Laughter and friendship together we blend. At the campsite we're living free, with songs and stories under the tall pine tree.